All right. So we have Saturn a little bit more prominent in our sky the last week or so. It went retrograde and now it's going, or it went stationary and then it went retrograde. And this can sometimes bring us up against limitations. It can bring us up against the places of stuckness, of stiffness, of structures that maybe are no longer serving us, especially combined with this Venus and Uranus conjunction. So you might be noticing there's some things that need to shift, some things that need a little rearranging. That's very normal. As human beings, we come here with a soul that goes with us from lifetime to lifetime, and that soul rests here in the middle of the rib cage, in the center of the rib cage. And our experience of human life can vary, can vary very greatly. And part of that is how our soul feels in the rib cage, right? We can imagine that the rib cage is this beautiful vessel, this beautiful protective vessel that carries us, that allows us to have a human experience, or sometimes we can experience it as a cage, as something that is holding us, that's keeping us from our infinite self. But the practice of any spiritual tradition is to find that liberated state, that infinite state within having the body, within having this also finite body, this physical body, this form. And what we're going to work on today is opening up the rib cage, opening up that space, opening up that space. We'll do an exercise in the beginning that will really, really physically open up the rib cage, but it's also a mindset, right? It's a certain mindset of recognizing that the challenges in our lives, the limitations within our lives, the places where we go poop and we run into a wall, is not maybe awful. Maybe there's a reason you ran into the wall, right? Maybe there's a reason that block was there. Maybe it was to teach you that you're actually a lot stronger than you thought you were. Maybe it was to help make you stronger. Maybe it was you needed to pause for a second to contemplate, to make sure that that actually was the direction that you wanted to go. So when we hit those blocks, we have that opportunity, right? We can just plow through life trying to go a certain way, experience life in a certain way, and be a victim to anything that gets in the way of the way that we want it to be. Or we can start to live life where everything that happens to us is a part of this magical human journey of learning. And part of that requires us to realize that being a human being does not mean you're constantly on vacation. The human life is not a vacation. It's not meant for us to just sit and chill and have everything go our way and have everything be comfortable. We chose this life to a certain degree, and we chose it because we're here to learn about the cosmos. We're here to learn about infinity. We're here to learn about the polarity. We're here to learn about things that you can't learn when you're just floating in infinity with all the stars, and there is no polarity and there is no separation, right? We're here to learn, and we're here to grow with the universe. We're here to be a co-creator of the universe, and that requires polarity. And sometimes polarity is uncomfortable, and sometimes as soon as you start to accept that some things are uncomfortable, they become a little bit more comfortable. As soon as you accept the challenge that life is a challenge, life becomes less of a challenge and it becomes more pleasurable. You start to enjoy it a little bit more. So we'll work with the pranic rib cage. So we're going to work with the physical rib cage, but we're also going to work with the pranic rib cage, the energetic body, the pranic body that holds our vitality. We're going to build that up. And yeah, hopefully you'll feel a little bit more spacious after this practice. The one thing that we can do every day, the most important thing that we can do is just come to our practice in whatever practice you want to. It could be Kundalini Yoga, it could be something else, but really the practice is coming to yourself and recognizing that most of your experience is a finite experience, and that there's something way bigger than that. And whatever that bigger thing is that you say, I'm going to look for that in the day. I'm going to look for the spaciousness, for the way the universe is teaching me, for the way that I'm evolving, for the way that my soul is growing in this day, rather than fighting it, right? That's what we do with our practice. So we'll start that intention by opening up with the Adi Mantra. The Adi Mantra, connecting with that creative force of the universe, Om, recognizing that creative force, bowing to that creative force. Guru Dev, the great subtle wisdom that we're learning in this universe, we bow to that, we recognize that. Let the palms come in front of your heart, let the elbows come out to the side, let your thumbs, let this first segment of the thumb press against the heart center. Pressing against the rib cage, and then pressing the rib cage back against the thumbs. And feel your spine nice and tall, feel the shoulders just drop down a little bit down the back, letting the tension go. We'll tune in with Ong Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath in, feel the spine nice and tall. Feel like your whole being is a column of light, and that column of light is holding up your spine. It's pulling your head up towards the sky. It's relaxing your hips down to the ground. And it's filling you with healing energy. Exhale through the nose. Inhale again. Through the nose, exhale. One more time, we'll take a nice, deep, full breath in. Press the palms a little bit more, bring the spine up a little bit taller, feel the shoulders relax, focus the eyes up at the third eye center, hold. And exhale, relax the hands down onto the knees. So we're gonna actively grab onto the knees using our arms in this first exercise. So this is a 3-minute exercise that if you're feeling like you are trapped, your rib cage is a cage, we can start to open up the rib cage, we start to detoxify the organs, we start to increase the blood flow in the body so that you feel a little bit more spacious. So we're gonna bring our hands onto the knees and really hold onto the knees. Now, sit up nice and tall. Take your tongue and press your tongue just behind the teeth on the roof of the mouth. So you're pressing against the roof of the mouth, just behind the teeth. You inhale here. You take a deep breath in, you hold the breath in. No breath comes in or out, and you start to move the spine forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. As many times as you can as you hold the breath in. Don't let any breath in, don't let any breath out. When you can't hold the breath anymore, you're going to exhale through the nose. You're going to sit up nice and tall, exhale through the nose, and then you'll do that again. Inhale deeply and rock your spine back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And rock your, oops. You're just going at your own pace, holding your breath for as long as you can, moving the spine back and forth, and then pausing to exhale, keeping that pause as you inhale, and continue moving, rocking back and forth. Do this for 3 minutes to get started, to open up, warm up the body. You're going to start to feel warmer as you do this. Come to center, sit up nice and tall. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, let your breath come back to a natural flow. In and out, just close your eyes and notice how you feel different after those first 3 minutes. And we're going to come laying down on the back, laying down on your back. You can use your arms to support you underneath the lower back if you'd like. Extend the legs straight, and then we're going to bring one of the knees in towards the chest and then extend it so the heel's about 8 to 12 inches from the ground. You start to piston your legs in and out. One knee comes in and then the other knee comes in. Heels are about 8 to 12 inches from the ground when they come straight out in front of you. So legs come all the way to straight, and then that knee bends in as deep as you can. Start to find how your breath works with this, starting to connect with your pranic body, your life force body, bringing the vitality of the breath in coordination with the movement. Inhale, both legs straight. Hold the legs straight, out, 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 straight out in front of you. Heels are 8 inches from the ground. Hold them for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, relax the heels down. Relax on your back. Bring the knees in the chest and wrap your arms around the knees and really squeeze the knees into the chest. Nice tight squeeze. You can rock side to side a little bit if you'd want. And then you can rock up and down the length of your spine. We're gonna come all the way forward. You come sitting on your heels with your knees out in front of you. Sitting on top of your heels. Sit here, you can spread the knees a little bit if you'd like and start to bring yourself down onto the floor and reach your arms on the floor over your head. Coming, laying down over your leg. Every inhale, feel your spine grow a little bit longer. Every exhale, feel yourself relax into those hips a little bit more. Every inhale, feel the belly and the back side of your body lift up, and every exhale, feel yourself sink and relax into this posture. This is going to become our exhale position. Our inhale position, you're going to start to move forward, coming up and coming forward, and then pressing your hands on the ground. Come into cobra pose. Drop your hips down, lift your chest up. Exhale, sit back on your heels. Inhale, bring your body along the ground, and then drop the hips down, coming into your version of cobra. You have the elbows bent or straight. Just start to move with your breath. Inhaling forward, opening up the chest, pulling the shoulder blades down the back. Exhaling back into child's pose. Really nice, really beautiful. Keep going, deepen the breath for these last few rounds. One more, coming forward into cobra pose, and hold yourself in cobra pose. Really press into your hands. Find a stagnant cobra pose. Pull the shoulder blades down the back and start a breath of fire. Start to pump the solar plexus in and out. Do a breath of fire. Even breath in and out through the nose. Big breath in, inhale. Find your peak posture, pull the shoulders down the back. Hold. Slowly exhale, sit back on the heels again. I'm sitting up nice and tall this time. I'm sitting up in rock pose. Right, sitting in rock pose, we're gonna grab onto the knees. Reach on, grab onto your knees. We're gonna go back into the spinal flex. Inhaling forward, exhaling round back. Inhale forward, exhale round back. Starting to open up that spine. Use the breath to help open up the rib cage. Brandy's doing an extra kriya this morning while keeping my dog from licking my face. Doing a great job, everybody. There you go. Now we're moving with the breath. Similar to that first exercise, but now we're moving with the breath. Inhaling forward deeply, exhaling deeply, really getting the breath to help open up the spine and the ribs, the lungs. Inhale to center. I'm sitting up nice and tall. Gently lift the pelvic floor, feel the spine nice and tall. Hold the breath for a moment. Exhale, release the breath. And allow the breath to come back to a normal flow in and out. Let's bring the left hand facing away from you and the right hand facing towards your chest. Left away, right towards, then grab your fingers, your opposite fingers, so your fingers are pulling against each other, elbows. There's a little bit of tension in your hand because you're pulling your forearms apart, pulling your elbows apart, but keeping your hands tight. In this position, you're going to inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. Inhale left, exhale right. Twisting the spine, twisting the whole torso, head moving with the rest of the spine.
Durjan Daladandan, Ashur Bahandan, Dustanakandan, Arbrathe, Chirasur Marine, Patatutarine, Narakini Varine, Gurkate, Ache, Akande, Kijaprachande, Kandidande, Alagamate. Jaja Hosi Makasara Maridan, Ramak Pradan, Chatra Chate. Jate Gang, Jate Gang, Jate Gang, Jate Gang. Jate Gang, Jate Gang, Jate Gang, Jate Gang.
And inhale to center. Pull the hands, pull. Last little bit of warm-ups here, trying to pull those elbows apart, but keeping them together, helping to open up the back of the heart. With a cannon fire through the mouth, exhale. Inhale deeply through the nose. Hold the breath in, pull the hands apart, pull. We're gonna really use the belly and the navel to shoot the breath like you're trying to shoot it across the room in 3, 2, 1. Inhale last time. Inhale, pull. Exhale. Relax the hands down. And relax into easy pose if you're not already there, coming into a cross-legged position. And finding a cushion. We're going to be sitting in easy pose for most of this set. This is for the tattvas. the pranic rib cage and the nervous system. So we're going to balance the 5 elements in the body. We're going to open up the energetic rib cage. And we're going to open up the nervous system. Have a little bit more space. Have a little bit more balance. So the hands rest, the elbows rest by the rib cage. Okay, so you want it to be making contact. It's not pressing, but you're holding it so that it can kind of rest against it. And then the arms are up so that the hands are kind of just in front of the shoulders, just a little bit below the shoulders. And then your palms are facing up towards the ceiling. Okay, so they're out of, there's a little bend in the elbow so that the palms are facing the ceiling. You're going to start to open and close your hands as quickly as you can. Go ahead and get into it. Just start moving those hands. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. And start to notice that this starts to build a little bit. Just close your eyes and just move through the experience of your body finding balance again. One of those exercises that's pretty deceiving. If somebody watched you doing this, they wouldn't think it's as challenging as it is. Just do your best with it. Keep moving those hands. The more you move, the more you're going to move through that place of resistance. And instead of feeling the resistance, what you might start to feel is some energy, some movement. You kind of move, you have to move through that place of stagnation, that place where you're not in balance. Keep going.
Sri Guru Sahib Sab Upar Man Baj Karm Seviya Sacha Jino Baat Nis Chal Tu Ajani Tei Jeev Kaal De Bacha Tayo Samundra Rudra Khinek Mein Jal Har Bim Jugat Jag Racha Kundalini Surji Sat Sangat Paramanand Guru Mukh Macha Sri Guru Sahib Sab Upar Man Baj Karm Seviya Sacha Jino Baat Nis Chal Tu Ajani बच्चा नित्यो समुद्र रुद्र के नेक में जल हर बिंब जुगत जग रचा कुंडलिनी सूरजी सत संगत परमानंद गुरु मुख मचा श्री गुरु साहिब सब ऊपर मन बच कर्म से दिए सच्चा जिनो बात निश्चल ध्रुव जानी कई जीव काल दे बच्चा नित्यो समुद्र रुद्र के नेक में जल हर बिंब जुगत जग रचा कुंडलिनी सूरजी सत संगत.
Fast, 20 more seconds, 20 more seconds, go fast. Inhale. Exhale. And then relax the hands down. You can just relax the hands down onto the knees. Connect with your breath. Letting the flow return to the natural flow in and out. Okay. And we're going to bring the arms out to the side. Your elbows don't have to be perfectly straight. You're going to bring the arms out to the side. You're going to start to move your arms like you're a bird flying. It's important that you move the shoulders. So it's not just like flapping like this. You're moving your shoulders. This is where we start to open up that rib cage. You're moving the shoulders up like a wave of a flying your wings. So make sure those shoulders come up with us. Keep bringing the shoulders up, even when the shoulders start to get heavy. Again, just like you found with this, there's a point where you move through it. You want to find that point where, yeah, the shoulders are heavy, but you start to lift the heaviness off the shoulders. So that you can lift yourself out of the heaviness of life, out of the weight of the world pressing against your shoulders. Make sure the shoulders are moving. Shoulders have to come up with the arms. I'm telling you, I've done these sets for a long time. It's way better to move through the suffering in your set, in your practice in the morning, than it is throughout the rest of your day, throughout your week. It's a lot easier if you decide, oh, I'm going to move through a little bit of this discomfort right now. And then later, I feel a little bit more ease. I feel a little bit more flow. So just move through it right now. Just move through it. Keep moving those shoulders. You can do it. Almost there. 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Inhale. Exhale, relax those arms down. Just let the hands fall onto the thighs. Close the eyes. Go right into your breath and feel that energy moving. So often we're stuck with these shoulders held down, and now the blood can actually move. The nerves can actually move the energy. We're going to start to reach the arms forward out in front of us. When the right arm comes forward, it's in a fist, and also the left arm's in a fist. When the left hand comes forward, both hands are flat, okay? So when they come forward with the right and the left back, it's a fist, and the other way, they're open. You just start to move quickly here.
Apsahai hoa Sacheda Sachadoa Har 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 Apsahai Hoa.
Part of what makes us feel small, which makes us feel trapped, is this weak nervous system. You're building your nervous system right here. Keep going. Stay steady with it. Just keep moving. Got another 40 seconds. And inhale, pull your elbows back. And exhale, relax the hands down onto the thighs again. Close your eyes. Okay, if you need to stretch your legs out, stretch your legs out. We're gonna come into a meditation now. It's a very active meditation. You're gonna feel it. It's gonna zip up this whole front side of the body. So you're gonna be sitting. Mostly you're gonna be chanting along to this song. You probably don't know this song, but it mostly says meditation, something Asian. So creation, a lot of Asians. So eventually you can just start singing along with it and mumbling along to it. What we're gonna do is bring the arms up so the palms are facing forward, the fingers are slightly separate. You're sitting up tall in easy pose. You're trying to keep your spine straight, and then you're just leaning back at about 15 degrees. So you're not leaning really far back, just a little bit leaning back, closing the eyes, and mentally focusing right here at the moon center, just below the bottom lip. You're trying to balance yourself right from this moon center at the bottom of your lip. Go ahead and sit up, lean back 15 degrees, palms are by the side, the face facing forward, and just start to meditate. You start to listen to this sound, the sound current. We're gonna listen to a few times through. A shorter song, so we'll hear it through a couple times, and maybe you start to connect with the words and you start to chant. Take me to thee now. Lots of it is in English, so it should be a little bit easier than some of these other ones.
Wind and sun, moon and light is the delight of meditation.
meditate between you and your destiny. Meditate, meditate, meditate.
The source of success, the self-blessed, young and the youth, simple and smooth is a meditation. It's God's meditation. Meditation. Whole creation is the relation between God and man. The whole creation, this entire creation, God's revelation, known through meditation. Jinni Nam Dhyaya, Gayam Sakit Ka, Nanak Te Mukh Ujale, Keti Chupi Na. Jinni Nam Dhyaya, Gayam Sakit Ka, Nanak Te Mukh Ujale, Keti Chupi Na. Those who have meditated on God have gone through the self-exaltation. Nanak, they are bountiful and beautiful. God's meditation, God's revelation.
meditate.
The source of success, the self-blessed, young and the youth, simple and smooth, is a meditation. It's God's meditation. Whole creation is the relation between God and man. The whole creation, this entire creation, God's revelation, known through meditation. Jinni Nam Dhyaya, Gayam Sakitika, Nanak Te Mukh Ujale, Kaiti Chuti Na. Jinni Nam Dhyaya, Gayam Sakitika, Nanak Te Mukh Ujale, Kaiti Chuti Na. Those who have meditated on God have gone through the self-exaltation. Nanak, they are bountiful and beautiful. God's meditation, God's
Doing great. Stay with it. If you can, start to create the sounds. Even if you don't know the sounds, you've been listening to the song. This is the third time. So just start to create the sounds. Just mimic the sounds as best you can. You have 2 more minutes just to start to connect with the sound current. The sound current integrates this. This is changing your psyche.
Meditative mind, which is effective meditation. Revelation, liberation.
Meditate. This is the destiny. It is now. Between you and now. Meditate. Meditate between you and your destiny. Meditate. Meditate. Meditate.
The source of success, the self-blessed, young and the youth, simple and smooth, is a meditation. It's God's meditation.
Inhale deeply, lean back a little bit more. Inhale, lean back. Hold the breath in, hold the posture. Maintain the posture, exhale. Inhale again deeply. Hold, 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 hold. Lean back, hold.
The whole creation, this entire
Exhale, one more time. Inhale. Hold the breath.
God's revelation, known through meditation.
Exhale, come forward. Exhale, come forward. Relax the hands down. Just relax the hands on the knees. Sit, close the eyes. Come and make your way onto your back for the gong relaxation. If you happen to have headphones close by, it's always nice to have headphones for the gong. Sounds a little bit better on that, but if not, just quickly get yourself into a comfortable, easy, relaxed position on your back. If you're worried you're gonna get cold, cover yourself up. Let your arms come by the side, palms come up, and relax. And start to take a nice deep breath in. Full complete breath out. Starting to move the fingers and move your toes. Circling the hands on the wrists, circling the feet on the ankles. And then stretching a nice big full body stretch and bringing the knees in the chest and squeezing yourself into a tight little ball. And then doing a cat stretch to each side, so extending the left leg first, bringing that right knee up and over towards the left side. Coming into a twist. Right knee up and over to the left, right arm reaches out to the right, head gently turns to the right. When you come through center, bring both knees into the chest. Squeeze them both in and then extend the right leg now, left knee comes in, up and over. Back to center. Bring both knees into the chest, rock yourself up and down this time. And come into a comfortable seated position. Your hands into Gyan, move your index finger and thumb touch, let that rest on your knees, sit up nice and tall, close the eyes, focus the eyes up at the third eye center and just allow yourself to meditate in this posture of a yogi, a yogini. Just following the flow of your breath. And on your next inhale, let the hands come up and return to prayer pose, letting the thumbs press against the chest and the chest presses against the thumbs. We'll close with 3 long satnams. Set that truth, that part of us that is beyond polarity, beyond just this physical form, beyond time and space. Nam, I identify with that. I recognize, I remember, I connect with that part of myself, that part of the world, that part of my journey. I'll chant it 3 times. Take a deep breath in. Sa. Nam. Sat. Nam. Bringing the thumbs up and bowing forward. Sanam. Okay. Now, throughout the rest of the day, if you feel a struggle or a challenge, you can remind yourself, I did this for 3 minutes. I went like this for 3 minutes. So whatever this challenge is, I can meet it. Next Tuesday, I started a series online called Radiance, where we'll really work with the energetic body and opening up the energetic body, opening up to your true brilliance that's inside of you and letting that out. So if you're interested in that, it starts on the summer solstice. We're going to work with light. We're going to work with energy for 8 weeks. Thanks for coming,